Another data protection and privacy blunder for the NHS, I'm afraid, because reportedly they've been found out to be sharing patient details, some fairly intimate patient details, not that any patient details are not intimate, with Facebook without their consent. This one is a little bit silly, but as they say, anything is possible. Now, you might remember some time ago I did another story on this channel and a petition which received in the end 239,280 votes in my petition to stop the share of NHS data with paid access without your informed consent. That was quite the story. They were planning to sell access to your data without your consent, without your informed consent, and this petition, among other things, was successful in stopping that from happening. But let's get back to today's story, because it's once again about your data. Data is what sells. People pay for access to data. And that's not the case here. This was by accident, probably, because what they did in what's being reported as a major privacy breach uncovered by The Observer, reported by The Observer, I will link the story in the description below, is that they reportedly installed a pixel, a tracking pixel. That's just a bit of code on a website that tracks information. When you visit the website, it pulls up your IP address, any information that you've put in, what you searched for, and all of those kind of things. And it collects them all together in a tracking bundle and sends them off to wherever has been set up to collect that information. In this case, Meta, which owns Facebook. So a bit of tracking code on the NHS websites, gathering together your information and sending it across to Facebook. Now, in some cases, users have been searching for HIV medication, and the names of the drugs that are used for HIV, along with the patient's IP address and details of their Facebook user ID, which obviously to Meta would then allow them to bore into all sorts of information about that particular user and obviously link them with searches for medication for HIV. That's just one case. In another case, a patient searching for sexual development problems and crisis and mental health services, eating disorders, and all sorts of different things that people have searched for. Gender identity services, some looking for access to mental health services, others for self-help and appointment bookings for various different things. All of these sorts of information on all sorts of different Facebook users had reportedly been sent to Facebook in a breach of data protection for the NHS. Now, you'll also remember I reported a while ago that Facebook, Meta itself, had been fined a significant sum of money for breach of privacy itself. But in this case, the onus is on the NHS for installing this tracking information on its website and sending it off to Facebook. Now, I've spoken a number of times about tracking and website cookies and these sort of things appearing on websites. I'm not particularly bothered by them, but every now and again, you can find that your information has been shared or leaked or sold. Now, you'll also remember from previous videos that I've partnered with Incogni. This is not a sponsored video. I have partnered with Incogni before, so just as a mention, not as a sponsored mention, I'll link the Incogni link in the description below if you want to go there to grab a discount, because they help you to remove your information from marketers that sell your information. But if you want to learn more about that, I will link my other video, which was partnered with Incogni, in the description below as well. But I find this utterly unacceptable when the NHS has obviously got a large IT team. And if this is really the case and this really is what's been happening, they really need to sort this out. And according to The Guardian, in a statement published by the Trust, they've apologised to the patients and that it was installed in relation to a recruitment campaign where they wanted to track recruitment for something to do with a charity. They were not aware that Meta was using the information for marketing purposes, and immediate action has been taken to remove it. So, according to the Trust, this is not happening anymore, but arguably it should not have happened in the first place. So let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you've been subject to any kind of data breach, You can search up and find out no win, no fee lawyers that can sue the companies for you. You will be entitled to compensation. Again, not that this is a sponsored video, it isn't, but I am myself involved in a number of different cases about such things because my data has been leaked, breached, or sold in a number of different ways. So let me know what you think, let me know your experiences. Remember to subscribe, and as always, thank you for watching.